Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to do this video in pieces. I don't know what I got to add. I don't think I'm going to go after, not after, wrong words. I don't think I'm going to bother playing everybody's videos and responding to every little point, because it's just too many and too much, and there's no point. It's just very discouraging. The argument quality kind of just sucks. You know, Fred's going to end up eventually talking about virtual reality. He's already touched on it a little bit. And, you know, this apropos snow guy. But it's always the same kind of commentary. It's just a limited vision, in my opinion, of what is possible in a virtual world. You know, virtual reality could duplicate all of this in my perception. Every bit of it. And, you know, it could be just as mundane or just as interesting as is decided. I mean, you can... as you know, and it's just idiotic. There's no comparison between a virtual world and some world where, you know, a robot helps me walk down this path. I mean, who, you know, really? I mean, and the expense of robots and technology and houses and moving people and moving products and all this stuff. Why do all that? Why create a real world, especially when you have to do it in a context of likely, you know, haves and have-nots and unfair distribution of labor and sacrifice and risk, when you don't need to. You know, and you can do life so much cheaper, and you can do it completely immune to abuse and real hardship. And with the added bonus that you can duplicate this, except I could fly, except I could be a mole man, and I could drill holes in the ground. I can have unlimited powers. I can be literally Superman. I could be made of steel. You know, spend my day saving the world. You know, and my nights with Lois, and you know, a few others, hopefully. Yeah. Well, what? Yeah, that compares to this mundane bullshit. Or the alternative of, let's all try to get our psychology to shrink our nuts into raisins, so we no longer want anything and need anything or even feel anything, and that'll somehow be a solution. I mean, fuck it. You know, it just really isn't worth it. It really isn't worth the castration. But whatever. It's just, I think it's just preposterous. People just reacting to some kind of notion of a taboo. It's not even doesn't have any kind of merit at all. It's just this idea that nature is fucking sacred. It really is fucking funny. People really do think that way. So anyway, until I think of the next subject. Alright, yeah, kind of on that subject of people, you know, reducing their need quotient to, you know, the Buddhist approach or the semi-whatever it is approach of some people who talk like, you know, the James types who talk about us becoming, I don't know, less demanding of resources and needing fewer Lamborghinis and all that kind of stuff. I think the argument can be made, even to be serious. You know, we all become altruistic and love each other and you know, be so special. I can just make the simple argument. Well, yeah. Well, if you can make human beings that, if you can get everybody to be that, then you can get everybody to be a life-hating misanthrope, and then you won't have to bother with any of it either. You can just clean the whole mess up then. I mean that's the irony of this stupid subject, in a way, is that until we define what a rational perception of reality is, it's kind of silly to have this expectation that we're going to conform all humanity to it to solve the problem. Because we've got big ass problems here. There's no point in talking about how we're going to decide who says so and all that kind of stuff, but somebody's going to say so. That future is written, and it'd be nice if we do it through some kind of democratic process, but you know, it's just looking like it's going to be might makes right, or whoever's got the nukes and willing to use them, it's going to get ugly. And as we are not very tolerant. I'm not. I have no patience with the prospect of consciousness trapped in this stupid, ignorant mentality for another million years. The hell with that. I mean, if you knew that human beings would be dumb, fucked-hearted, fundamentalist Christians for a million more years, would you press the button? I mean, is that how you'd want to be? You'd want to be one of them little programmed morons? Ooh. No, thank you. So yeah, I don't see how you're going to unravel intolerance. I just don't see it. And I'm advocating that the best we can do or hope for is a fair fight between the intolerant. A nice good contest where the best intolerantoid wins. Intolerantoid. Yeah. Because it's got to be that way. This diversity thing is a no-win. This idea that 10% of the population wants this and 10% wants that and 10% thinks this is the golden chalice of hope, and it just isn't going to work. We got to start agreeing on something, or our disagreements are going to get ugly. Yeah, all right. That's good for clip number 2. Alright, subject clip number 3. What came to mind is communication. I was sort of on it before, but we have to find some mechanisms that can enable us to fight for ideas. We've got to game the system. We've got to make the game. We've got to create an American Idol of free speech. Let's make a deal of free speech. Some sort of mechanism where we can get in each other's faces a little bit with our words, where we can force each other to listen to each other through some sort of mechanism that people can find both enlightening and rewarding. Because what exists doesn't work. It's all about feeding people candy. Giving them the sweetest possible, and there's no meal. There's no obligation to eat their potatoes and their vegetables. They just, lick their cookies, or whatever. I don't go to the licking thing. But yeah, they're just going for the easy, the weak, the lame calories. And they're not going with the calories we need, the human species, the human entity, the human Borg needs to eat if it's going to get out of its lazy Borg mentality. Nutrients, whatever you want to call it. Education, well, I'm going to quit metaphorizing. Metaphors are lame today. Anyway, but yeah, there's got to be a way, because we're just not doing it. We're talking past each other all over the place. We have no obligation to answer questions. Good points made. People can just run away. And it's fucking shit. We gotta be able to force the argument, and gotta find mechanisms to do that. And yeah, so that's something else I gotta work on, I guess. Because it all comes down to me, right? So my job. I have to fix everything. Fuck. So anyway. Till next time. Alright, not much time left. Okay, so I was just thinking about how we evaluate the worth of our life, and, yes, I would live this life again. People say things like that. Well, what if I add just a little bit? I mean, how many straws of bad luck and misfortune do I have to add? What if I add blindness, or being deaf, or you have a brain tumor and leaves you paralyzed? You have a car accident, or how many sticks of doom do I have to put in the pile before you'll concede that you voluntarily, if you had a free choice, wouldn't want to do that? I mean, how bad does it really have to get before you people will raise your hand and say, you know what, yeah, nothing's better than that something. I mean, does such a thing exist? And it really is, in a way, I'm just talking to the blob here. I'm talking to an entity, a monster that DNA did create. You are made to, to do this, to push. And so, yeah, I'm the aberrant because I'm saying, fuck it. It's not worth it. There's no gain in this pointless chase. And, so I have to concede the point. Nature wins. So, whatever. Yeah, fuck. Double fuck. Anyway, I should be out of time now.